December 2021. It was a freezing night. I was just walking home trying to get out of the cold when I saw a wallet sitting on the sidewalk. Most people, if they're being honest, would just walk past it. Maybe they think it's a setup, maybe they're just in a hurry, or maybe they just don't want to get involved. But I stopped. I don't know why. I picked it up and it felt pretty heavy. I opened it and yeah, there was a stack of cash, a decent amount, a driver's license, and a scrap of paper with an address written on it. I stood there for a minute just staring at it. I could have kept the money and tossed the wallet, and honestly, nobody would have ever known. But I felt like, do the right thing. I decided I'd just drop it off at the address. That was probably the biggest mistake of my life. The address was on the edge of town. It was one of those old, rundown houses that looked like nobody had touched it in decades. The street was dead silent. No cars, no neighbors, just quiet. I walked up the porch, and the wood was rotting, making these loud creaking sounds that felt way too loud in the dark. I knocked, nothing. I waited, knocked again, and still nothing. Then I noticed the door wasn't actually closed. It was just pulled to, but not latched. I'm not saying I should have gone in, but I thought maybe someone was hurt or something. I pushed it open and said, "Hello." The house was empty, like really empty. No furniture, no pictures on the walls, no rugs. It was just bare floors and walls. It was weirdly clean, though. No dust. It felt like nobody lived there, but also like someone was watching. Then I heard something, scrape, scrape, just a faint sound from upstairs. My brain was telling me, get out of here, go back to your car, but I didn't. I don't know why, maybe I was just curious. I started walking up the stairs. The whole time I was thinking, this is stupid, just leave. But I kept going. I got to the top of the stairs and there was this one door at the end of the hall. It was slightly open. I pushed it. The room was empty. Well, almost. There was just a chair in the middle of the room and a phone on it, a landline, and it was ringing. I stood there for a second just looking at it. It was ringing like crazy. I walked over and picked it up. I didn't even say anything, I just put it to my ear. A voice, just a flat, calm voice, said, "Thanks for bringing it back." My stomach just dropped. I looked down at my hand. The wallet was still there. I didn't even drop it, I was still holding it. I turned around to bolt, but the door just slammed shut. It didn't just close, it slammed. I ran to it, pulled the handle, but it was locked tight. There was no way I was getting out. That's when it hit me. The wallet, the address, the door left open. It wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't someone who lost their stuff. They wanted me to find it. They wanted me to come here. It was never lost. It was bait.